Hey everybody, Ryan, Christopher, and I are back. This is part two on a lot of stuff related to CBD. Please pick up part one if you have not seen it, but we finished with making no claims about CBD. You mentioned this is it's a wonderful ingredient in a whole palette of good things for the body. Am I right?
Yeah. And we've noticed too, CBD specifically, when it comes to claims, you can say things like, well, it helps to reduce the feeling of sensitivity. It can help reduce the look of redness. You can't say that it is going to heal eczema, that it is going to cure psoriasis, that it is going to, directly reduce inflammation,
Gotcha.
even though there are a lot of great studies out there that are showing that this ingredient can reduce inflammation in the body and topically, but we're just not there when it comes to an esthetician spa business making those types of medical claims.
All right. Well, you know that I'm a slave to products. In fact, I'm making a shameless pitch. I told you this, people, if you have not tried this Cosmedix Surge Hyaluronic Acid Booster from Cosmedix, this is my new favorite serum. It has, you can't see it very well, it has the coolest pop-up top, and then you just push down once and pull it out and you get the right fill. It's my new. Okay, what are you doing in CBD? Show me your new products, please.
Okay, so Cosmedix, in celebration of National Estheticians Month and Day, we have launched 2 new CBD products to our line. And again, as a professional line, we're not looking to create an entire category. You know, some lines have created entire categories where there's a CBD cleanser, a CBD toner, a serum, a mask, an exfoliant, a moisturizer. And I mean, and I get it, you know, when there is a large want in the market for those types of that ingredient so you can successfully launch and sell through an entire line. Honestly, it really needs to be focused on the power of the ingredient itself. So we've talked about how CBD has promising evidence that it can reduce inflammation, and reducing inflammation, as we know, can help to reduce overall feeling of sensitivity, feeling of pain, and any type of issue, both skin and a little bit deeper. So we've provided a treatment roller ball, and this is a individual use product. So it has a CBD extract in over 100 milligrams within the formulation, and you're able to apply this to individual areas. There are some beneficial essential oils as well that help to give a little bit of an aromatherapy experience, but this can be applied to areas of high tension like the temples. You can get it down into the neck and shoulders, and all you have to do is simply massage the formula into the skin. So it's fast absorbing, can be layered as a serum underneath any of your other moisturizers, both for the face and the body. So it is a great spot treatment.
Okay, couple quick questions. Number one, and I love everything rollerball because people don't like to get stuff on their hands.
Right, exactly.
I missed, you said it had 100 something in it?
100 milligrams of the CBD extract. So when we're looking at per ounce, and that's a way to obviously stay competitive, to make sure that you're using the extracts that have been studied at the same levels. Because if you see that a clinical study shows that this extract was effective when included at a certain percentage, but your formula includes it at like 0.01%, then that is going to be minuscule comparatively to what the clinical study showed. And that's why we want to make sure that we're using a proper concentration of the ingredient.
Right, and I think that's critical as well because, Ryan, people are confused. They might see something that's a gallon of CBD oil and it says it has 150 milligrams, or it has 1,500 milligrams or 15,000 milligrams, and people are confused, but this will be part of the education process that will resolve itself out over the course of the next year, 2, whatever.
Correct.
What other goodies did you bring us today? I love the roll-on.
So the roll-on's amazing. We're also complementing the line with a face and body lotion. So this is called Recovery, and it is a CBD-based body lotion. But I'll say the actual base of the formula includes multiple amino acids, which amino acids are another great ingredient that have been shown over time to have antioxidant abilities, humectant abilities as well. So they're very moisturizing for the skin. We combine those amino acids along with the CBD extract so that you can get extreme moisturizing abilities both for the face and the body. And then the CBD extract, again, can help to reduce the look and feeling of redness and sensitivity in the skin.
Okay, couple things. Is this product less than 0.3 THC? Does it comes from the hemp plant? It's pure.
Right. So it's very interesting because now that there is more information about how the hemp plants are being manufactured. This year, the federal government made the hemp plant legal to farm under the Farm Bill Act. And so now that we have that, the hemp plants actually have to fall under a certain concentration of THC. So these plants are actually being grown to have a concentration of less than 0.3% of THC. So they're much higher in their CBD concentration, much less in their THC extract. Now, in certain marijuana plants that are being grown in states where it is completely legal and the THC is not regulated, those hemp plants are actually being grown to include much higher concentrations of THC. So in states like California, where THC is available legally, they are being sourced and manufactured, or that ingredient is being manufactured from marijuana plants that are being specifically grown to have a higher THC concentration. Whereas manufacturing labs that are working with CBD compounds specifically are utilizing it from the hemp plant that already is being grown to include less than 0.3.
Okay, so a lot of people ask that because it relates to drug tests, right? I mean, if you're in a business where people drug test you, you have to be aware, although we know how that works. People have eaten poppy seed bagels and tested positive, right? I mean,
in fact, exactly. And
yeah.
I mean, we've already seen in the news that there have been some very unfortunate individuals that have been traveling and caught in TSA in between states where it's not legalized. And so what they've been flagged for simply having something like this, a CBD marked rollerball like in their bag, and got flagged, and because it said CBD on it, these states literally tried to prosecute them. And of course the cases were thrown out, but just crazy that we're caught in this little interim of regulation and what needs to truly be done to make these ingredients not criminalized.
We are somewhere between evolution and revolution with what we're doing.
You're exactly right. But that's what makes the market exciting for it.
Yes. Well, look, we love shiny objects in our business, right? So it's perfect having it. You said one more thing I want to say that is wonderful. You talked about amino acids. I know it's in a lot of your different products, but you talk about how it's layered with CBD. So I think it's great that you guys are still utilizing a lot of the things that people would look to Cosmedix or any good skincare line for, and then you're layering in with all the right kind of CBD.
Correct. It's great because our formulations are plant-based. And that's what we focus on at Cosmedix, is creating strong clinical level plant-based formulas. So much like every other, formula or moisturizer on the market, it's a base formulation of active ingredients that make a really good moisturizer. And then you're adding key extracts to really drive the performance based on what you're trying to achieve. And CBD is one of those key extracts. But this moisturizing base, of course, is a plant-based formula that also includes multiple amino acids to provide that really moisture binding barrier. And of course, like you said, we already work with amino acids in our formulas. We actually use it in almost every single one of our serums and moisturizers because it helps to support the overall health and moisture levels of the surface of the skin.
I want to finish up with one last thing, which is I like that your packaging looks like skincare packaging.
Yeah.
It can't look like pot going into a high-end facility in our industry. It can.
Correct. Well, if you've looked at Cosmedix, you've noticed that our branding is very clean. It's very clinical. We know that the formulas drive the performance, but we wanted the packaging to be very gender neutral and clinical. So you see a lot of silver, you see a lot of gray tones. We recently started a new body category, and so we included these in that body category. So now you'll start to see this growing kind of blue professional, but still very clean and clinical.
I love it. Ryan, as always, it's such a pleasure being with you. We're all learning about CBD. You added a ton of good education. If you've watched our videos before, we always put the contact information on the next screen. So don't run away before you wait for the next screen and pick up Ryan's information. He's always happy to hear from you. Thank you again, my friend.
Thanks, Allan.